Hello, my fellow Fenerbahçe fans. It's Sam here, and what a plot twist yesterday. What an unexpected thing that just had happened. Fun fact, yesterday I actually recorded a talk session about the coach rumors and all that stuff. And I even uploaded it literally after 3 minutes, or about 5 minutes or so later, our coach got announced, and I had to take down the video and all that stuff. But what a plot twist that was. I don't think so. Anyone saw that coming. At least I can say 90%, 95% of our fan base. No one had expected such a plot twist of a coach. Everyone was expecting Fonseca. Well, that didn't happen because it got denied. Then Nuno Santos was a name that came up. Tottenham got him, and Marco Silva left to Fulham, which a lot of the fan base was happy about it, that we didn't sign him. And yesterday before the whole Vitor Pereira got announced, I actually saw this fake contract signing and all that stuff with Marcelo Bielsa. Apparently we're paying him 8 million and all that stuff, but no one saw that coming. Well, the question here is, why this much time? Why did it take so long to just announce Vitor Pereira? As far as I know, he's been a free agent for quite some time now, about 6 months, 7 months or so. Literally, we could have gotten him the moment we sacked Erol Bulut, but and just getting him now after it was about a month that we were without a coach. This I'm just counting Emre's stint, not Erol's, but it's just quite a shocker because all that names in the media. Of course, I knew all the names in media. They were all just nonsense because the names that were given, Favre, Bielsa, Fonseca and all, some of them had, let's just say, there was a possibility of getting them in, but rest, they just didn't make any sense. Oh, we're waiting for Petkovic. Swiss national team needs to get eliminated. We're going to get him. And it was just, media was really frustrated with it. So they just kept on spitting out names, to get the fans more boiled up. But however, there's this. How do we go with this? Actually, Pereira is a decent coach. I don't dislike him, nor I'm a huge fan. He's an okay coach for me. However, I am really, really disappointed with our board, especially with our president, unfortunately, because I'm a big supporter of him since the day during the first elections that he got selected, even till yesterday, I guess, before the whole Pereira stuff. I've been a huge fan, always supported him. Despite whatever happened, we almost got relegated, still supported him and all that stuff. But the point is, all this time, and just to announce Vitor Pereira, who's been a free agent for quite some time now. Fans wouldn't have been really frustrated and, annoyed by it if he didn't, and that media basically gave an interview with the media outlets and all that stuff. He was like, we're looking for, Bielsa level coach. We're looking for Portuguese. Well, at least he got the Portuguese part right. So that's a good thing. It could have been a German coach as well. But quite disappointed. Not because it's Vitor Pereira. As I mentioned, I'm okay with Vitor Pereira. I'll get much more into detail with that. However, all that saying and putting up huge expectations, and of course the fans were waiting for a much bigger name. If you looked at the fan base, people were against Favre as well. Some people, no, he's not that good, he can't handle pressure. I personally, Fonseca was one. It was 50-50 with the fan base. I'm okay with him again, but not a huge fan, just specifically taking his Roma stint. So who else was there? Nuno was there. Nuno Santos, pretty decent again. I'll be happy with him. Pretty good coach, really good with tactics and all that stuff. However, just coming out, signing Vitor Pereira, basically after a month, didn't really make quite of a sense. Now, I assume he went up to meet up with all those big names and all of them rejected. because this Vitor Pereira was a last second choice. That's like, I can almost say 90% I'm certain that it was just like a last minute thing, because a few more days they had to wait, and couldn't get anyone. That's it. He already lost a lot of credibility. That's my personal opinion, simply because of making the fans wait so much time and giving like false promises. So I was quite disappointed and really upset with how the thing had been handled, and then making the announcement, and just in general, we're quite disappointed. I think which was a mistake, that he shouldn't have said, hold the Bielsa level. I mean, to be honest, what is a Marcelo Bielsa level? He does not have, he hasn't won any league as far as I know. I don't think so he even has a cup. I respect Bielsa, very, very master tactician and all that stuff. Even Guardiola sees him as a huge, let's say a huge colleague in the work. I mean, yes, they don't work in the same team, but he sees him as a great coach and respects him and admires him a lot. Even Pochettino was basically raised by him in a way. But again, what are your expectations in Bielsa level? He's a coach that would actually bring up a specific based discipline into the team, would get the best out of the players, and not only best out of players, but nurture them more to become like next level football players. This is what you expect from Bielsa level, because he hasn't won a cup. However, his teams always has played good. Now, if you look at it, he's coached Athletic Bilbao. I remember that season. A great coach, to be honest. But, again, you're mentioning Bielsa level, then, you should bring someone who's going to actually work on with what he has in hand. Now, I think, at least from what I remember, Vitor Pereira, he should be able to work on with the team he has. I'll get to that in much more detail in a bit. But, just trying to get over with this whole Bielsa level stuff, and then, you bring up like Vitor Pereira. Again, this is nothing towards, no hate towards Vitor Pereira, but, these are just false promises that shouldn't have been said. But unfortunately, I'm upset because all the time it took, and, I mean, it wasn't just right. They shouldn't have done it this way. At least they should have hired him right after Emre was gone. A few weeks later, maximum like 2 weeks later, Vitor Pereira should have been appointed. See, this is the thing, right? Our ex-president said, give me 10 million euros, I'll bring you this coach, that coach, this coach. Yes, I get that, but coaches are a bit of a risky thing. I know that. See, the thing is, I understand. Not every coach wants to come to our league, Turkish league, and coach a team, no matter if you're Beşiktaş, Galatasaray, or Fenerbahçe, because, the thing is, the budgets are a main thing as well. And we don't have the budget most of the coaches would want, such as Conte. Conte would have been a perfect fit. Let's say you paid his salary, but you won't be able to pay for the team budget. We don't have that because of the whole financial fair play, the Turkish Football Federation limits, etc., all that nonsensical things. So, what are you expecting? Zidane? No, it's not going to happen. These are wages and budgets. It's not easy to splash out the cash. What if they fail? And you got to think of that too. But the only thing, again, I disagree, is they took so much time. It shouldn't have been this way, and they should have never said, we're looking for Bielsa level and this and that. So this is my disappointment with the team. They should have, again, straightforward, should have been announced after a week Emre left. They went to big coaches and all of them most likely refused. Like, at least, there's a common sense, you think, right? I'm pretty sure Ali Koç wouldn't want to be in a current situation for himself, because he's basically, all the fans are going to bash on him. You promised us this, and then, you bring up Pereira. Okay, the Portuguese part, yes, you got it right, but what about the rest? Either way, I guess welcome back home, Vitor Pereira. There's not much to say about it anymore. All we can do is, just give our full support and focus on what happens next. Now, Vitor Pereira's first time coaching us, personally, it was decent. I'm not going to say it was great. We didn't really play that kind of like a specific super football under him. Because I remember watching the matches that season. I was really hyped because, we got Van Persie, Nani, Markovic. There was just too many great players. However, I didn't like the style of his playing. It was a more defensive line of the way. Because What first matches, usually the first half of the season we end up winning our matches 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-2, and it just went like it was always like clench, we had to clench in the last minutes and all that stuff, because we did score like many matches. I remember we scored like in 88th minute, it was like 2-1, then 1-0, etc., etc. So but I'll give it that. I'll give it to him. Statistically, he was really great. 61 matches played, if I can remember correctly. We had 100 plus goals. I remember our home record. We had 17 matches played, 14 victories, and three draws, or 2 draws and 1 loss. No, it was 3 draws. And then we derby wise it was okay, but that Super Cup final, was it, or the Turkish Cup final against Galatasaray, that was horrible. That was very bad coaching. I still remember that, and it was just still annoying, even remembering it after years. Now, he went to China. Before China, he went to German league, to what was that team's name? I can't remember the team's name, but then that team got relegated. Not a good stint there. Then he went to China. He went to Dubai, if I'm not mistaken, United Arab Emirates, coaching a team over there too. In China, he won the league. I know that. But in Chinese level of football, considering the team he had, Oscar, Alcason, Hulk, and they had, I think, another Asian player. Then later on, they got, who was that player? I forgot the name of his now. Can't remember the name. But in general, he had a good team for Chinese league standards. So, I'm not going to be comparing, what he accomplished in Chinese league and then, and making a big thing about it. Because I saw some guys, talking about his statistics in China and all that stuff. Come on, you don't compare that with Turkish league and all that stuff. You got to think of that. Not trying to downplay any league, but Turkish league is much more tougher than Chinese league. That I can at least say like 100%. So, what can we expect from Vitor Pereira? Mostly, we know that he plays 4-3-3, a really defensive-minded with 2 CDMs. Looking back at his Fenerbahçe stint, it was Mehmet Topal and Joseph de Souza as a center mid in the 4-3-3. Topal was CDM, Joseph was the center mid, and the other center mid was Diego Ribas. And if I'm not mistaken, Meireles was playing there too from time to time. So now we have a different team, but we'll get to that as well. Mostly, just as I said, he used to play 4-3-3, and it was 4-2-3-1, was it, or 4-2-2? Yeah, sometimes he played 4-2-2. I just remember that too. But that's when Van Persie got back to the team. He started playing 4-2-2, something like that. But yeah, I remember he started shifting tactically to a different formation lineup as well. Against Monaco, it was 3-5-2. And then he got sacked because apparently he couldn't win against Monaco. By the way, the same Monaco that, if I can remember correctly, scored 10 goals in 2 matches against Manchester City. I might be mistaken though. I can't remember like how further and with what scorelines they won, but they went to semifinals, so you gotta think of that too. We were nearly eliminating the semifinalists. Current modern day football, I feel like three at the back formations are what works a lot. With Aero Cloud system, what we lacked was we couldn't fill inside the box with many players. There was always like 2 players inside the box, and there was like 4 or 5 defenders covering them, so we couldn't score. And that's why 3 at the back is much more vital in attacking football. I assume he has improved in time, because it's been quite some time since he left us, about 4 or 5 years. And most likely he has learned more. But my personal expectations, well, I assume we can win the league. However, it's going to be much more harder considering the pressure he's going to be onto, and the president himself is going to be in whatever pressure he had in the past 3 years. Those are nothing compared to what's going to happen now. Specifically based on the false promise about, the whole Bielsa level coach and all that stuff. And so, personally, I think he's going to start playing 3 at the back formation with us. Fenerbahçe, our current team is actually very capable of doing that. However, I think we need another center back. even though Tisserand can play there, but a bit too risky, especially after last season's blunders with him. So I think we need another centre back for 3 at the back lineup. And maybe I think we can get another striker if Samata, Tiam, and who else was there? Cisse is already gone, and there's Kemal Ademi. I feel like we can keep Ademi because we didn't really give him much of a chance. So maybe this season could help out, work. But yeah, that's the thing. I guess the team is going to be playing under him, 3 at the back. But in the meantime, what I'm expecting is what transfers is he planning to do? These were my opinion with the transfers and all that stuff. But is he going to go for another CDM, or is he going to go back to the old lineup with, the 2 CDMs and all that stuff? We'll see with time when it comes. But again, I hope we be successful because we really need to win the league at this point. It's been far too long, and too many promises have been given, and none of them has come true. I just hope our president realizes what's going on and actually tries to improve and not give us any more false promises, I guess. But yeah, this is it for now. I will try to get into some transfer rumors, whatever happens in the upcoming days. Let me know what are you guys' opinions about Vitor Pereira. Again, just as I mentioned, he's a good coach. Can he be successful? He can be successful. Why not? He's a good coach. But considering the pressure, I'm not sure how it's going to fare up. But again, as a Fenerbahçe fan, I always want best for my club. And I hope it'll be successful. I'll be supporting nonetheless. There's no such thing as going halfway and leaving our team. It's always, we give our 100% as fans. Of course, we expect 100% from the board, from the club, from the team, from the players, from the coach. But then, yeah, nevertheless, whatever happens, in the end of the day, we'll still be Fenerbahçe fans, and that's going to continue forever. And hope you guys have a great day, and take care of yourselves, and peace out for now.